Can you see my screen? Hi Sakshi, can you see my screen? Oh, sorry, I was speaking on a mute. Can you see my screen? So we have configured till action menu sequence. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in yesterday's and day before yesterday's session? So to hire an employee, where do we go? We go into the PA40, and then these are the actions which we have configured. There was the another action that we have configured as well, but just to see that, just to try something, we have deactivated it. If we want to, let's say, reactivate it again, let's say which one was that? Uh, transfer action. Yeah. So if I want to reactivate that transfer action, where would I go? I'll go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG screen, personal management, personal administration, customizing procedure. In customizing procedure, I will go into actions, and in actions, where I will go, I'll set a person, set a person. Oh, sorry, I'll go into the change action menus. I'll again go into the change action menus. I've only disabled the menu, correct? Right. I have only disabled the menu. Rest everything is active still as of now. So in the menu again, I can see I have to search it with the user group 40. Okay. And I can see I can add new entry over here. It's let's say 04. Sequence number 04 is inactive. Okay. 40 sequence number 04, and which was the action, which was my action, transfer action, right here, this one 6C transfer action. Save. What I can see over here, how many actions can I see over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if I re-execute it one more time? PA40 6. Now I can see the transfer action here as well. Okay, so that's how we generally configure it in action menu. Okay, now let's perform hiring of an employee. 01, let's say we want to hire him from 01/01/2024. Execute this one. Reason for action new. We want to take up a position. For which position? कौन सी position के लिए हमको hire करना है? PPOS underscore old. We'll go into the PPOS underscore old. We'll check our organization unit, the one that we have created earlier. This was the organization unit that we have created earlier, right? If I want to see which are the positions available in this organization unit, I can go to staff assignment. And in staff assignment, it shows me the types of positions which are available over here. Okay, let's say I want to create one more position over here. Let's say I want to create one more position over here. Or let's say, yeah, let's take this one only as of now. Or let's try taking this one, this particular org unit as of now. So for this particular org unit, what I can do, I'm already in the staff assignment. I'll take up this one. I'll go into the one second. Yeah, now I'm in a change mode. So this one, I want to create couple of position over here in the Maharashtra org unit. Okay, let's say I want to create for engineers. So jobs we have already created. Some of the jobs would already be there in the system. Let's say, let's see which of those jobs are which of those jobs are there. Okay, so there are a couple of these jobs that I've created. Like couple of them are for executive, then some of them are for engineers, and then some are related to something else. I mean, this is very much the current position status, the types of jobs in the position that we could have in the system. So ENG, okay, at engineers, engineers one, engineers one. Let's say I'm creating a 5 positions over here, and the period from which I want to create the positions are, let's say again, 1st of January 2020 only, just to avoid any kind of a problem. So here I have created 5 new positions over here, which is valid from 1st of January 2020 to the default date. Okay, and then these are the position IDs. So what I will do next, here I want to take up a position. So let's say I'll take this position as of now, which is this one, 5000413. Let's check it again if it is the same one or not. 413, correct. Yeah. For which personal area? कौन से personal area के लिए मैं hire कर रहा हूँ? I'm doing it for Maharashtra location, right? So the one that the personal sub area that I've created, the personal area and sub area that I've created, VSMH. So I'm taking VSMH into the account. For which employee grouping? For employee grouping, let's say I'm defining the employee grouping as permanent employee. And here for which subgrouping? Let's say I'm defining it for as a permanent hourly employee. Hit enter. Now it is giving me an error which is known as SM30. SM30. Okay. In SM30, you have to go to V underscore 503 underscore all. Okay. This particular table you have to go which is related to the employee grouping and subgrouping. This particular table only. Go into the maintain 40 grouping only. Now I have to see which are the employee group and subgroups that I have created. So जितने मैंने create किए थे वो ये हैं. E के अंदर फिर मैंने E1 क्रिएट किया था, E2 क्रिएट किया था, फिर F के अंदर मैंने F1 क्रिएट किया था, F2 क्रिएट किया था, फिर G के अंदर सिर्फ मैंने G1 क्रिएट किया था. So here you have to filled up couple of these fields which are just nothing but activity status, employment status, training status, and then you have couple of other things which is known as the calculation. ये अभी fill नहीं भी करोगे तो भी चल जाएगा. It is not required as of now. We will go through the other field as well. So as of now, you have to only fill up these fields only. Go to help. Let's see. It's taking some time. Which one should I select? Active employee, right? Active, permanent जब भी मैं बात कर रहा हूँ active है, right? मैंने यहाँ पे अभी भी कहीं पे भी retiree या फिर कुछ ऐसे termination वाला कुछ यहाँ पे define नहीं किया है, right? As of now, I want the employee to be active, so this will be in the active category. Okay. E2 will also be in the active category. Contract employee will also be in the active category, and then this one active as well. Everything will be active. Second, salaried employees and hourly employees के लिए क्या है? 1 है. Salaried employees के लिए क्या है? 2 है. So P, that is this one is though it's a permanent employee, but it's an hourly employee, so I will define 1 over here. Why? Why 1? What is the option for hourly employee? That is 1. Industrial worker, hourly paid worker. Salaried employee के अंदर मैं क्या define करूँगा? 2. Okay, let's see it again. Salaried employee 2, hourly employee 1. Okay, and make sure you have to go with these 3 fields only as of now. You don't have to go to the other field. अभी के लिए अपन को ये 3 fields ही चाहिए. We don't want the other fields as of now. We'll discuss the other field later onwards. Similarly, this is an hourly employee. ये contract है but है तो hourly employee. So for hourly I'm maintaining 1. For salaried I'm maintaining 2. For hourly 1 again. Now this field, the training status. Okay, so trainee, apprentice, trained, or the other. So all of them are trained employees. So I'll select 2 for all of them. Okay, this one I can close it as of now. This one we don't need. Save. Now we can go back. Let's go back to the same field. We were hiring a couple of employees. Let's hit enter again on this field. And now can you say कि ये वाला जो return group है शायद से मैंने इसको hourly के लिए assign किया था और ये वाला जो return group value है इसको मैंने शायद से salaried के लिए assign किया था. But देखो यहाँ पे info types कैसे execute हो रहे हैं. The main purpose is to look at how the info types are getting executed over here. Let's just a second. Let's go down. Yeah. So first I have taken an action info type. 40. I've taken an action info type. मैंने क्या ऑपरेशन दिया था? Create. मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि मेरा action info type create होना चाहिए जब भी मैं hiring action perform करूँ. तो यही हो रहा है. Create action. Then I've entered all of those things and now it is telling me to save the details. Now let's save it. What is the next info type that I'm getting over here? I'm getting in create organization assignment info type. Create क्यों? Because I have defined an INS over here. Okay, this is the sequence number 2, right? मतलब क्या सेकंड नंबर पे मैंने यहाँ पे एंटर करके रखा हुआ है कि आई वांट organization info type to be saved as next. This is why I have defined 0001 over here. This is the sequence number 2. अब मैं जब भी इसको सेव करूंगा उसके बाद में मुझे पर्सनल डेटा दिखेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि दिस इज एट द थर्ड नंबर दैट आई हैव डिफाइंड. तो इट गोज लाइक दैट. अच्छा, बट ये P1 एंट्रीज कहाँ से आ गई? ये P1, ये एम्प्लॉय ग्रुपिंग, ये सब ग्रुपिंग, ये APPL, ये कहाँ से आ गया एकदम से? So we have there was a recorded session that I've given it to you guys, जिसके अंदर मैंने सारा के सारा configuration करके रखा हुआ था. Based on what? The configuration was on default values. Okay, so we'll see what is generally the default values. So default value देखने के लिए we generally have to go into the P03. P03 is the transaction code to see the default values. एंड अगर मैं पेरोल एरिया की बात करूं तो पेरोल एरिया के लिए डिफॉल्ट जो फीचर्स है वो होता है ABKRS डिस्प्ले. अब देखो यहाँ पे क्या मेंशन्ड है. देखो यहाँ पे मैंने ये क्या डिफाइन करके रखा हुआ है कि VSIN, दैट इज अगर मेरा कंपनी कोड VSIN है उसमें अगर मेरा एम्प्लॉय ग्रुप होना चाहिए. बाय डिफॉल्ट उसका पेरोल एरिया P1 कंसिडर होना चाहिए. यहाँ पे मैंने ये डिफॉल्ट के अंदर फीचर्स सेट करके रखे हुए हैं. इसके लिए फीचर्स इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं बिकॉज फीचर्स प्रोवाइड अस द डिफॉल्ट वैल्यूज इन द सिस्टम. अच्छा, बट ये एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर कहाँ से आ रहा है? सो फॉर दिस वी हैव अ डिफरेंट फीचर ऑल टुगेदर. फॉर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स वी हैव अ फीचर विच इज जनरली, one second, it is taking up time. एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर ग्रुप के लिए हमारे पास एक फीचर होता है विच इज नोन एज PINCH. ओके, आई डिस्प्ले दिस वन. सीन PINCH व्हाट आई हैव डिफाइंड कि कंट्री ग्रुपिंग 40 के अंदर अगर मेरा पर्सनल एरिया जो है, देखो अगर वो TMMH है मतलब टाटा मोटर्स है तो TTI1 होना चाहिए. उसके अलावा जितने भी पर्सनल सब एरिया है जैसे कि ये सारा के सारा एक्सेप्शन के अंदर आ रहा है VSMH, राइट? डिफाइन करके रखा हुआ है कि जो अगर पर्सनल एरिया TMMH नहीं है तो इट हैज टू बी APPL एवरीवेयर. जितने भी होंगे सभी के लिए APPL कंसिडर होगा यहाँ पे. सो दिस इज व्हाट जनरली वी कैन डिफाइन इट इन द फीचर्स. ओके, नाउ here let's say I don't want P1, let's say I want E1 over here. So I can select sorry, let's say I want my payroll area as जो हमने create करके रखा हुआ था. We have configured the payroll area as, one second, which one we have configured? We have configured E1, right? E1. Let's say we want to put it into the E2 monthly batch payroll. E2. Okay. So now he's a part of an E2 payroll area. And now let's say let's put up a personal sub area. Let's say I'm defining he's a part of finance. Save. अब जब भी मैं सेव करूंगा तो देखना सेकंड नंबर पे क्या आएगा, पर्सनल एरिया 0002 की डिटेल्स को मुझे सेव करने के लिए देगा वो. दैट विल बी क्रिएट पर्सनल डेटा. वाई एम आई गेटिंग अ क्रिएट पर्सनल डेटा? क्योंकि मैंने ऑपरेशन यहाँ पे INS सेलेक्ट करके रखा हुआ है और इन्फो टाइप कौन सा सेलेक्ट करके रखा हुआ है? 0002. मिस्टर टेस्ट एम्प्लॉय 1 डेमो can enter anything. Can select any date of birth. Let's say 1991, 30th of April. India. Save. Save. Now it is giving me to store an address info type. क्यों? सीधे 2 के बाद 6 पे क्यों चले गए? Because I have defined 6 over here. Let's say I want to save the permanent address. Mumbai. That's it. I only want to save this one. अच्छा, व्हाट इफ अब जैसे वर्क स्केड्यूल हुआ, अब वर्क स्केड्यूल तो अभी तक के मैंने बनाया नहीं है सिस्टम के अंदर. हाउ कैन वी सेव इट? लेट्स से आई डोंट वांट टू सेव दिस की, या वी डोंट वांट टू सेव दिस फील्ड एंड वी वुड लाइक टू गो टू द नेक्स्ट फील्ड. देन द बेसिक पे. क्यों बेसिक पे? क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ पे डिफाइन करके नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन. ओके, या it is not going to the communication. Why it is not going to the communication? Because it is taking this one, it is considering this one, ये वाली रिटर्न वैल्यूज जो अभी हमने स्टोर की थी. क्यों? क्योंकि मैंने कल बताया था कि अगर मैं रिटर्न वैल्यू कहाँ से मैं चेक करूंगा? इन्फो ग्रुप मॉडिफायर के अंदर. I'll again go into the P03. अब try to consider this one. I'll put it into the third screen here. igmod, राइट? दो तरीके से जाया जा सकता है, या तो मेनू पाथ के थ्रू भी जाया जा सकता है, या फिर वी कैन ऑल्सो गो टू igmod थ्रू द हेल्प ऑफ फीचर्स डायरेक्टली डिस्प्ले. अब देखो हमने igmod में क्या मेंशन करके रखा हुआ था. एम्प्लॉय ग्रुप मैंने मेंशन किए थे. एम्प्लॉय ग्रुप में मैंने क्या कहा था? अगर E1 एम्प्लॉय, अगर मैं परमानेंट एम्प्लॉय E1 एम्प्लॉय को अगर मैं हायर करता हूं तो कौन सी ग्रुप, कौन सी वैल्यूज लेना चाहिए? रिटर्न वैल्यू ये वाली एक्टिवेट होनी चाहिए. कौन सी? ये SSSS वाली. तो यहाँ पे तो मैंने कम्युनिकेशन इन्फो टाइप रखा ही नहीं है, तो इसी के लिए सिर्फ ये 6 इन्फो टाइप को ही एक्सेस कर रहा है, क्योंकि मैं E1 के लिए हायरिंग कर रहा हूँ. अब अगर लेट्स से, अब अगर देखो, अब अगर मेरे को E2 के लिए हायरिंग करनी होगी, दैट इज सैलराइट, तो यहाँ पे मैंने रिटर्न वैल्यू बहुत ही अलग सेट करके रखी हुई है, विच इज विबग्योर. अच्छा, इस रिटर्न वैल्यू के अंदर मैं कम्युनिकेशन इन्फो टाइप को भी सेव कर रहा हूँ, तो एक अपन वो भी टेस्टिंग कर लेते हैं. अब देखो, अब मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं सारा का सारा डेटा वही लूंगा एम्प्लॉय को हायर करने के लिए, बट आई विल हायर द एम्प्लॉय फॉर salaried subgrouping instead of hourly subgrouping. Okay, so let's hire an employee for salaried subgrouping. Let's see that how the system behave in that manner. Execute. In this case, again I will take new hire. I'll take uh, I'll take the same position. I don't have to change the position as of now. I'll take up the same position. But in the employee group, I will take this time salary. ठीक है? VSMH same. Save. जैसे ही मैं सेव करने जाऊंगा, based on to what we have seen in the number range, यहाँ पे वापस से मैं सेम ही पेरोल एरिया ले लूंगा E2, that is generally monthly. फिर से मैं फाइनेंस डिपार्टमेंट ही यहाँ पे सेव करूंगा. सेव. I can give any name. Let's say test employee 2 or something. Demo. Yeah, we can, doesn't matter. We can give any details. Save. Permanent address. After address info type, वो जाएगा planned working time पे. Once I save those entries. Now I don't have plan working time as of now ready with me, so I'll bypass it. जो info type मेरे पास में अभी configured नहीं है, I can bypass it. This one I have not configured it yet. We'll do it in the later sessions, so we bypass it. अब देखो, अब इस time पे it is giving me to create a communication record. In the previous action that we have executed, उसने basic pay के बाद में सारा के सारा action खत्म कर दिया. But इस बार system is telling me to create a communication record. Okay, so I can create, let's say I want to create email. I want to write up a previous screen. By why we are getting it? Because we are hiring for the E2 category of employees. और ये हमने कहाँ डिफाइन करके रखा हुआ है? ये हमने यहाँ डिफाइन करके रखा हुआ है कि अगर कोई भी E2 कैटेगरी का एम्प्लॉय हायर होता है, दैट इज परमानेंट सैलराइड, तो उसकी रिटर्न वैल्यू के अकॉर्डिंग इन्फो ग्रुप्स को एग्जीक्यूट होना चाहिए. इन विच आई हैव डिफाइंड दैट अगर रिटर्न वैल्यू विबग्योर है तो उस केस के अंदर उसकी जो उसका जो कम्युनिकेशन इन्फो टाइप है वो भी एग्जीक्यूट होगा. सो लेट्स से आई एम डिफाइनिंग हिज ईमेल आईडी एज abcdemo1@gmail. Anything I can store, but it should be the valid one. Save. Now it will complete the action. Now the action got completed and the records got created. तो ये मैं ऐसे भी देख सकता हूँ. I can take up this employee and I can generally go into the PA20. Now I have completed the action. Now I can go into the PA20. I have taken up that employee and see in PA20 it is telling me 1 second, let us hit enter. Personal data is created, organizational data is created. If I scroll down, system will also give me that his communication info type has also been created. Okay, it is not showing over here, but like if I go into the communication info type, that is 0105, it will show me that the records are there for this particular employee. और इसके पहले जो हमने एम्प्लॉय हायर किया था, that is 0. If I display, I can see no data stored for the communication in the selected period. Okay, later on, अब अगर मैं चाहूँ तो मैं कर सकता हूँ यहाँ पे, but during the time of initial action, जब मैंने configuration ही उस तरीके से बिठाया हुआ था तो वो मैं नहीं कर सकता, right? If I want, I can also add it over here that okay, communication info type should also get created. So this is how generally the system, I mean this info group is the main screen. Generally कौन से info types आपको execute करवाने हैं at the time of PA40 action and कौन से operation के through execute करवाने हैं. That is, you want to create the info type, you want to copy the info type, आपको delimit करना है based on to the type of action. Type of action मतलब क्या? अगर initial hiring है तो it will be different. अगर टर्मिनेशन कर रहा हूं तो टर्मिनेशन के अंदर आई हैव टू delimit the records, right? I don't want the records. I mean, I want for the later stage, but the main purpose of the termination action is always to delimit the record. उसको वहीं पे रोक देने का. I mean, as of now, the records are available till a default date. But with the termination action, what do I do? With the termination action, I generally go to delimit the record. Okay. So that's it for today's session. I'll put up this recording and you can follow and practice the same.